And I want to tell you that over the weekend, 3,000 people took us up on our offer. So there we are, our Friday. Exhausting week, great week, super duper week. Felt like ending your marathon. You know, you're glad, but you feel like you accomplished something. That's how I felt last week. A lot of things were going right. And then at 4:48 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, we get an email at 4:48 p.m. Eastern Time on a Friday afternoon. You know that in the world of politics, Friday afternoons are when governments dump bad news that they want to die, right? Because just like we were about to go home for the weekend, every other reporter was about to go home for the weekend, and they weren't really going to stop their weekend plans to come back to the office. And then Saturday, Sunday, they were going to do weekendy things, and by the time Monday rolls around, everything's, you know, the oomph has gone out of it. It's old news already. That's why governments dump things on Friday afternoons. And Amazon is as political as it gets. It's owned by Jeff Bezos, Lex Luthor, as he looks like. He also owns the Washington Post. He's a hyper-political person. So on Friday at 4:48 p.m., we get this email. Do you have that email handy, Justin? And I didn't see it come in immediately. I was on the phone or something. The short one. So it comes in at 4:48, and I didn't look at my email between 4:48 and 5-ish when I go into the meeting, and I sit down, and our VP says, did you see Amazon has banned your book? And here's the email. Pump it up so I can read it here. So can you see the time there? Is the time stamp on there? 4:48 p.m. Hello, we're contacting you regarding the following books. China Virus, How Justin Trudeau's Pro-Communist Ideology is Putting Canadians in Danger. That's my book. Due to the rapidly changing nature of information around the COVID-19 virus, we are referring customers to official sources for health information about the virus. As a result, we are not offering your book for sale. Amazon reserves the right to determine what content we offer according to our content guidelines. You can find our Amazon content guidelines for books on the Amazon website. If you have any questions or believe you've received this email in error, reply to this message. Best regards, Amazon. Click on that link. Or is that clickable? Content guidelines for books. So, illegal content? No. Poor customer experience? No. We had over 400 5-star reviews. Other prohibited content? No. Offensive or controversial materials? No. Community guidelines? No. Amazon webs? We've broken no rules at all. And like I say, it was accepted by Amazon. They accepted it. The book was up there for a week or two, and it just went great. And then at 4:48 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, they take it down. So, look at that. When you click it, sorry, we couldn't fetch that page. That's a shame, because we sent so much traffic there. We sold so many books there. The book became a huge bestseller. Went to #1 in all of Canada for Kindle ebooks. Went to #2 in all of Canada for paperbacks. We were selling a ton. I think it was on track to be my biggest book ever. And it certainly got good reviews. When I say biggest book ever, I don't mean most pages. It's a pretty petite book, like me. It's slender, but there's a lot in it. And I was relieved to see so many 5-star reviews, because that means people thought it was a good book, obviously. In fact, all the critics, there were a few people who gave it 1-star reviews. They were not verified purchasers. They just didn't like me. That's fine. So 5 p.m. on a Friday, 4:48 p.m. on a Friday, they nuked the book. Well, that was quite some staff meeting at 5 p.m., I'll tell you that. We were not, everyone was so ready to go home, me too, but we did not. We had an emergency meeting. We revved up our own website called ChinaVirusBook.com. And we had a form of this book up anyways, but you can see my note there that I sent out at around 6 p.m. on Friday. Urgent, urgent, urgent. Amazon just banned the best-selling book, China Virus. And then I say you can see their terse email there by clicking there. Who did this? I don't know. Jeff Bezos? Justin Trudeau? The UN and the World Health Organization, all of them? I don't know. This is Chinese-style censorship. So we've done something that I know will drive the Chinese communists and Justin Trudeau crazy. We're literally giving away the ebook version of China Virus right now for any amount on our website. We recommend a donation. The ebook sold for $7.50 on Amazon, so maybe you can chip in that amount. But right now, it's about showing Amazon, the UN, Trudeau, and China that they can't censor us. This censorship of a #1 best-selling book is infuriating. Amazon sells Mao's Little Red Book. They sell Hitler's book, Mein Kampf, but they banned this book? That's outrageous. Well, fight back by clicking here. Get your ebook, sign up for our printed version, ready very soon. Thanks, my friends. We're going to beat those censors. We just have to. And I should tell you, and in a second, I'll invite you, Justin, to click on that link. But it's easy enough to do an ebook, and we did that. But how do you print like a paper and ink book on super short notice? Well, luckily I have a friend in the publishing business. I've written a few books in my day. And we got on the phone with him right away. We told him what happened. He couldn't believe it. And he agreed to physically manufacture the book and to help us ship it out. So fear not. We will have books just like this. In fact, we sent the PDF of the cover and the innards to my publisher friend, and I expect that we will have this book printed and mailed next week. Pretty quick. And in the meantime, if you really, really want the book, you can get it right this moment for as little as 1 cent. So if you click that link, it says purchase the paperback. And you can see the paperback, we've increased the price by about $5 to help cover the increased cost of printing and postage. So if you want the paperback, it's $20, although you can give more. So I'm sorry about that. We needed to have this rush printing. So the minimum donation to a paperback is $20, but if you want the ebook, download the ebook here. We suggest $7.50, which is what our ebook sold for on Amazon. But to be honest, you can type in as little as 1 cent. And I know because I typed that amount in myself just to test it. So you can get the ebook for 1 cent. What do you think of that? Like seriously, 1 cent. Apparently we can't set that up to do 0 cents, so give me a penny. And I want to tell you that over the weekend, 3,000 people took us up on our offer. That, by the way, I know it sounds petite, but you're going to laugh. You know what a bestseller is in Canada? 5,000 copies for a fiction book. For nonfiction, I think it's like half that. So this was Friday night by the time we got this up. 3,000 people said, oh, Amazon's banned. And that was just people who heard about it just because we had that emergency live stream. 3,000 people said, I want that, I want that, I want that. So we're revving it up. It was Friday night. Like they really threw us for a loop. So now we're relaxed. Oh, by the way, you know what I finished this morning? I finished recording the audiobook version. And believe me, we're not going to sell that on Amazon either. We're going to make that available in another way. I don't know the way. I've got a new book about how Justin Trudeau's pro-communist ideology puts Canadians in danger. It's called China Virus, and Amazon actually banned it for 2 months. You can get it now for as cheap as $7.50 at chinavirusbook.com.